Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you what you need to get started with sublimation. So I've explained this before, but if you don't know what sublimation is, it's a process where the ink, special ink, gets turned into gas when you apply heat to it, and it infuses into the substrate. So I've done a few videos on sublimation. There will be much more. Let me know down below what kind of videos do you guys want to see. Do you want to see more sublimation videos? Do you want to see more Cricut videos? I am going to have a few Cricut videos coming out this month, but let me know what you guys want to see. I know somebody asked for me to convert an Epson printer, but I don't have one to convert right now. But I'll kind of touch base on what you need in order to convert one later on in this video. Don't forget to subscribe, give this video a thumbs up, hit the bell notification button so you'll be notified every time I upload. And let's get started. So in order to do sublimation, you need a sublimation printer. I have the Sawgrass SG500. This printer only prints 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 14. The wider one, and it ranges for about $569 with the ink. The one that prints bigger size, 13 by 19, that one is the SG 1000, I think is what it's called, and that one is like $1,000 and something. So if you want to go the cheaper route, you can convert the Epson 7710 or 7720 and the Eco Tank line from Epson. The Epson 2720, I think the ET 2720 is the cheapest of the Eco Tanks. It's about $200, but it prints the same size as my Sawgrass, so 8.5 by 11 or 8.5 by 14. So keep that in mind when picking out a printer. I think the one that prints 13 by 19, it's like $500, the Eco Tank one. So I'll touch more on my printer in the video where I unbox it and I sit down and kind of just explain to you the pros and the cons of it. Okay, you're also going to need a heat press. I have this is the Heat Press Nation Black Series 16 by 20 heat press. It is beautiful. You saw me use it in the video where I sublimate a Dollar Tree blanket. It is gorgeous. Okay, here's my honest opinion. I think you should just get a heat press. You can find some that are much cheaper than the Cricut Easy Press. I have the Easy Press. I started with the Easy Press. I still use the Easy Press. But with a heat press, you can apply more even pressure to the products that you're using, and you can do way more at a time. I would recommend, honestly, starting with a 16 by 20 or a 15 by 15. Don't start smaller than that, because you're just gonna find yourself needing to upgrade, especially if you're gonna do a business with it. A 16 by 20 is a nice a nice size. They do have a cheaper one. This one's a little more pricier than the starter one. So Heat Press Nation has a 16 by 20 for $400, which is a great deal, and I would honestly say get that one instead of spending like Michael's has the Caesar one, and it's a 9 by 12, and it's like almost $400. It's $369. You might as well get a 16 by 20 for that price, just saying. And the fancier Studio heat press on Amazon, that's $200. A lot of people say that one's really good. It's a 15 by 15 heat press. I think they have a 16 by 20 too, but I think it's on their website, not on Amazon. And make sure that your heat press can get to 400 degrees, because with sublimation, most of your items are gonna need 400 degrees. Okay, if you are gonna start with the Epson and you're gonna convert it to sublimation, you are going to need some sublimation ink. I got these on Amazon. This is the Printer Jack sublimation ink, and you get magenta, yellow, cyan, and black. I have them stored in Ziploc bags so they don't spill. And you would basically, I don't want to spill ink on myself, but you see, you would need syringes, and then you would and what's the correct term? Get ink from the bottle and put it in the syringe, and then you would put that into the refillable cartridges, which I'm going to show you in a second. So don't, when you get these, don't rip off that silver thing, because you're just going to make a mess and you're going to spill it. Just stick the syringe in there. Don't like dig it in there, just stick the needle part in there and then just pull to get the ink out. And this ink lasts a really, really long time. Like, this is only like a few months worth, maybe 3 months worth of ink that I had used before my Epson gave me problems and I had to switch to Sawgrass. To go along with those, you need refillable cartridges. This is for the Epson 7710 and 7720. Those are being discontinued, so if you find them, you might as well get them. They're being discontinued and they're making a new model that you're not going to be able to convert. For the eco tanks, you don't need these. You can just get the ink, make sure it's for the eco tank, and you just put it directly into the printer. But for the 7710 and the 7720, you need these, and you would put the ink into these. You would also need some heat gloves, because a lot of you're dealing with things that are 400 degrees. You know, you're putting them, they're going to be hot, and you're going to need to be able to grab them. I don't necessarily recommend these. You can see there's like these little dots, and when you're carrying things, in between those little dots, like, you can feel the heat. So these are not the best, but get yourself a pair of heat gloves, especially when you're dealing with metal panels and stuff. Super important. You're going to need heat tape. I bought a 5-pack on Amazon, and it comes with all different sizes. So these are 3 of them. And then I have 2. You're gonna need a tape dispenser. So this one that I got was $10, and it's 2 sizes. You can put like a regular size tape on it, or big tapes. Trust me when I say you need one of these, because if not, you're gonna be trying to like cut this and hold the product and the butcher paper, the sublimation paper, onto the object without moving it, and then try to tape it. It's too much work. Too much. Get yourself one of these. Lifesaver. This one fits 2 different sizes on there, which I really like. You're going to need sublimation paper. Some people swear that you can use copy paper, and I think it's the Hammer Mill copy paper. I'll try to link that down below if I can find it. Amazon has a sublimation paper, and that one's pretty good. But get especially if you have an Epson, get the 120 grams, because the 125 gram will be too thick. This was my mistake and why I had to get rid of my Epson, or why I had to get it replaced. It kept getting jammed because of the thicker paper. I can't speak today, guys. So make sure you get the 120 grams on Amazon. Right now I have the text print. This one's meant for the Sawgrass. It's thinner than the A-Sub one. I haven't noticed a huge difference between this one and the A-Sub. I think they work pretty much the same, and they're around the same price. But the thing with Amazon is you get free delivery, right, if you have Prime. So whichever one you want to go with. Amazon also sells Koala sublimation paper, which is actually owned by the company that does the A-Sub paper. So they're pretty much the same. I think Koala might be cheaper. So yeah, sublimation paper. It's about $17 for the 8.5 by 11 for like 110 sheets. And then the bigger you go, the more it's gonna cost. So just warning you. You also need butcher paper. So I bought this one on Amazon. It was $12 for a big roll. I am down to this much now. I've had it for a while now, for a few months, maybe like 5-6 months. and you need Sam's also sells a huge roll for $20 that will probably last you longer than this. So if you've seen some of my sublimation videos, you know that when sublimation becomes a gas, it can get onto your heat press or go through the object that you're sublimating on. So you need this to kind of catch that ink and protect your heat press and protect the other side of the shirt or whatever substrate you're working on. So very important. You can also use craft paper, which might work better than this, but it's more expensive, and craft paper is thicker. But your paper is very important. If you're gonna do mugs, sublimation mugs, you will need a mug press or a conventional oven. This is the Trans Pro mug from Pro World. I do like it, but the thing about mug presses is that right here when you press, can you guys see that? When you press right here, you're not getting a full grip on the mug. It's only going to a certain amount, and then you'll get these kind of like faded areas right here. Do you see that? Because the mug press can't put enough pressure on it. So with the conventional oven, make sure you get a big enough one if you're going to do tumblers. And once you use this conventional oven for sublimation, that's it. You can't use it with food. It needs to only be for sublimation, because remember, it's a gas and there you don't want to contaminate your food or yourself. So, and if you're going to use a conventional oven, you need sublimation shrink wraps. And I will be having shrink wrap coming soon, so I'll probably do a video on that and kind of show you how to use it. But you put the shrink wrap on here, and then you use, then you'll also need a heat gun. Got this one from Harbor Freight for $14.99. It was on sale for $10 last month, but it's regular price now, so it's $14.99. And you'll use the heat gun to kind of shrink the wrap onto the mug, and what that's going to do is it's going to add the pressure. So in the mug press, you know, the mug adds the pressure when you close it. It adds the pressure, but in a conventional oven, you're not going to have that. So you're going to need that shrink wrap to kind of add pressure. If you're doing a tumbler, there's another method where, and I do this method with my tumblers, you use masking tape instead of the shrink wrap. And you just tape it all around, and that worked perfectly fine for me. If you're going to use a conventional oven, you also need an oven thermometer. Mine's all the way over there, so I'm not going to go get it. It's about $5 at Walmart in the kitchen aisle, and it's metal, and you can put it right next to your tumbler in or mug inside of the conventional oven, because even though you're setting your conventional oven to 400 degrees or whatever, it's not necessarily going to be that temperature. So you can watch the thermometer and make sure that it doesn't go above that, or it doesn't go below the desired temperature. And also put a silicone mat that can withstand that temperature inside of there, so that your tumbler is not slipping around. And I think that's it. I think that's all you need. You also obviously need special sublimation substrates, like a special sublimation mug, special sublimation coaster. Sublimation only works with polyester, so anything you use for sublimation needs to be covered with the polyester coating. So Heat Press Nation, Coastal Business, Nashville Wholesale, Pro World, those are all great places to get your sublimation fillings. Amazon is iffy. Make sure you read reviews if you're gonna do it on Amazon, because sometimes they'll say it's for sublimation, but it's actually not. So just be careful with that. That's it. Okay guys, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, hit the bell notification button. Why can I not speak today? Hit the bell notification button to be notified every time I upload. I am going to be doing my best. I've been uploading on Tuesdays, but I'm going to do my best to make sure I have a video Tuesdays and Fridays. I am trying, guys. I have the next month and a half planned with videos, trying to get them done, get them out to you, and I think they'll be fun. I have lots of Dollar Tree sublimation videos coming out, some kids crafts that you can do for your kids, and some Cricut design space type designing and crafting. So yes, so guys, let me know down below what you guys want to see from me. I want to cater to you guys. I want to make sure that I'm catering to you, make sure I'm putting out videos that you want to see and things you want to learn. So let me know down below. I answer all my comments. So yes, I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe.